What's going on, everybody? Super pumped to bring you the latest feature from aiquery, which we call Ask Fleet. Effectively consolidates your workflows and allows you to ask plain text questions of your entire environment and get instant results, really just furthering reduction of time to context as well as minimization of admin overhead. So without further ado, let's hop in the tech and check it out. So as mentioned, Ask Fleet, new feature. Effectively, it consolidates the AI-based query creation and AI-based query analysis all into one simple workflow. So if you haven't seen those videos on query creation and query analysis, highly recommend checking those out. But basically, we wanted to maintain those workflows. So that's more of the advanced methodology, if you will. So you can tweak and tune for a given use case, maybe set it up on schedules. But if you just need an answer fast about your environment, whether that's because you saw an IOC in a blog or a CVE in some sort of release, or whether you just saw a spike in network bandwidth and you want to verify downloads on user devices, that's exactly what Ask Fleet is perfect for. So all you need to do is select your target devices and ask a plain text question like enumerate all user downloads in the past month and hit enter. And so what this is effectively doing in the background is taking all of the components of the tool and consolidating them. So you ask your plain text question, it'll go ahead and generate the most applicable verbose SQLite query that is supported against the supported syntax, and then execute it for you on your target devices, gather the results, and then analyze the results based on your given ask, all simplified in this one given workflow, really just trying to focus on furthering reduction of time to context. So we should have a result here momentarily. All right, and we can see that we're already returning some data. Dun, dun, dun. And if we refresh, perfect. So we have a bunch of files right here. We can actually expand it for a little bit cleaner view. If we want to, we can actually go view the full results, which is actually our just typical query results page. But sticking within Ask Fleet, so we can see the actual path, file name, directory, etc., of kind of everybody who downloaded or what was downloaded, what have you. So all that, while that's well and good, what we can do is we can actually go ahead and filter this accordingly. So we can go for a suggested analysis and say, let's go ahead and actually look at the largest file downloads over that period of time. Again, just getting instant insights. So one super cool thing about how this operates is effectively it has a stored history, not of the contents itself, but of what the query was. So it will decide whether or not the new ask can be solved with the existing data and thus return very quickly within 18 seconds, or whether a new query is needed to go out and get the data to actually fulfill this ask. So if we expand this out, we can see sorted by size, and we can see that kind of all these the exact same size, downloaded roughly the same time. Little bit suspect, but maybe just somebody, I did this, set up a schedule to download things. So there you go. And so what we can do is we can also look at, let's say, downloads by user count, and we can look at which users have downloaded the most over that period of time. And again, the whole point is really just expediting ways you can get insights into your environment through these kind of plain text asks. And there we have it. We can see that the user Nick has downloaded the most files via the download file count. And so again, we can continue down this. We can ask additional follow-up questions, anything like that. But realistically, what we can do here is we can say, hey, you know what? Let's investigate this further. Let's actually just remote into the device with user Nick, which is that desktop machine. And we'll do so utilizing our live shell capability. So here we are at the live shell selection page. So we'll select our target device, hit continue. And then again, if you haven't seen the prior videos, live shell is a light reverse shell through aiquery's agent, allowing for remote surgical remediation action. And so what we can do here is navigate to the user downloads directory. And thank God for tab to complete, making my life easy so I have to fat finger less. And we can actually see all of the files themselves. If we wanted to, we could cat this out and say, VS Code, what is the actual contents here? Or I can do something like prohibit user Nick from reading or writing to the downloads directory. And let's go right here. So we'll deny user Nick read-write access. Let's just quote this out. I actually don't know if it's case sensitive, so let's just check that out. So There we go. And if we go on over to our device, and we can actually check it out. So I'm clicked into downloads right here. I go back, and as you can see, I no longer have permission to download this. So again, just a very kind of simple, end-to-end workflow that I want to showcase, where literally all you need to do with Ask Fleet is ask your plain text questions and any applicable follow-ups, get the verbose data, and then make your determination. Maybe it doesn't have to take action, but in this case, kind of wanted to walk that through end to end. But yeah, that's Ask Fleet, consolidation of the workflow, expediting time to context, and minimizing admin overhead. So hopefully you thought that was cool. I thought it was pretty sweet. So until next time, check out our videos on YouTube and LinkedIn, and see ya, everybody.